The Houston Texans have also signed a game-changing, big play running back, Phillip Lindsay. This is a former Pro Bowl running back, guys. Phillip Lindsay, through his first 2 seasons, was one of the more productive on-the-ground running backs in the NFL. He's now going to mix in with David Johnson and Mark Ingram as a part of this backfield. So now you have a receiving back with some power, a power back, and a speed back. I like this trio in Houston. You have a mix of a little bit of everything here in that Texans backfield, and it should make, as long as he's good to go, Deshaun Watson pretty happy to have a trio of backs that he can rely on in that backfield. But Phillip Lindsay is somebody that I have always liked because he's smaller in stature, but man, he plays hard. He does not go down on first contact. He hits a hole very hard, and he is gone. When he sees just a little bit of space, he's got game-changing speed. The question with Phillip Lindsay is, already at his young age, is he already starting to wear down? Is he already starting to slow down? Because he did miss a few games last year, only playing 11. He had about 500 yards, 4.3 yards per carry. So it was a less productive season in Denver than he had in the first and second season. Do remember, Melvin Gordon was also there to take away some of his touches. So Lindsay, in an offense with a couple other backs, it might be good for him, right? Because he won't have to take the full load of carries, and you can keep him fresh. And the main thing with Phillip Lindsay here is you need to keep him fresh because his speed is really what separates him as a very good running back. When he sees it, he hits it, and he can make you pay. So that combination of having David Johnson, Mark Ingram, and Phillip Lindsay might come in handy. And I do believe as long as he's healthy, he can still play. He's not the greatest pass catcher. I know a lot of people think he is, okay? He can catch the ball. He's good in the screen game. He's not necessarily like the greatest route runner or the greatest hands in the world. Like, he's okay. I think more so, it's not like he's a great pass blocker. I think you'll be surprised. David Johnson is probably going to remain that guy because I think David Johnson is really good still as a receiver because he used to be a receiver. And that kind of is how he became, this elite do-it-all running back when he was in his prime. So I think David Johnson will remain as like the pass catcher, the third down guy, the pass blocker. I think Phillip Lindsay will be in the screen game a little bit, in the backfield to run the football between the 20s. And I think Mark Ingram will be the sledgehammer, short yardage, and red zone back. I think that's kind of the way that I would divide the roles. But I've always been a fan of Phillip Lindsay because I just love his style. I love the way that he plays with power and speed. And he can kind of, rather make you miss, simply outrun you, or sometimes even run you over because he's so low to the ground. His balance and his ability to just be able to get off blocks and get off tacklers is really, really impressive for his size. So I think you're really going to like Phillip Lindsay. He's a solid football player, very fun to watch. And as long as he's healthy, he's going to be an underrated snag for this football team and help their ground game. The deal overall for Phillip Lindsay was just about what the tender would have been if he was tendered by Denver. So I found that part fairly fascinating. Phillip Lindsay got a 1-year, $3.25 million that guarantees $1 million. So he'll certainly have a role for this team, but understand that this could be a boom or bust move, right? It's not going to be a bust in terms of the money because it's not a lot of money, but it could be a bust in terms of Phillip Lindsay's body might start to deteriorate quicker than you think because of all the carries he did take in college as well as in his first 2 seasons. So the boom is obviously there for Phillip Lindsay to return to Pro Bowl form, but the bust is also there because we saw a glimpse of it last year. His speed, the health, those sort of things might be weighing on him just a little bit. So I'm hoping for the best of Phillip Lindsay in Houston, but there is certainly downside, which is why Denver didn't retain him. Let me know let me know, Broncos fans, how you feel about losing Phillip Lindsay. And let me know, Texans fans, how you feel about gaining Phillip Lindsay in 2021.